Hey everyone! Did you know that people who have a higher education like a college degree usually earn about 65% more money than people who don't? That's a pretty big difference, right? But here's something to think about. Is success really just about studying hard and getting a degree? Or is there something else that plays a role too? Let's explore this together. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something super important: how education and motivation work together. Sure, education is essential. It gives us knowledge and skills and the tools we need to succeed. But here's the thing. Without motivation, education alone can feel like a never-ending climb up a steep hill. You can have all the resources in the world, but if you're not motivated to use them, they won't take you very far. Stick around, because when education and motivation come together, they can unlock amazing opportunities in your career, personal growth, and so much more. Think of education like a map. It shows you the way, it gives you the directions. But motivation? Motivation is the fuel that keeps you moving forward. Without it, you can have the best map in the world, but you'll never reach your destination. The good news is that when you combine these two, it can lead to incredible growth in every area of your life. Whether you're trying to advance in your career, pick up a new skill, or become the best version of yourself, you need both education and motivation to get there. Let's look at some real-life examples. Think about someone like Elon Musk, who is always learning, constantly educating himself on technology, engineering, and even space travel. But what drives him? It's motivation. Without that intense drive, he wouldn't have been able to turn his education into companies like Tesla and SpaceX. And it's not just him. You see this pattern in almost every successful person. Education gives them knowledge, but motivation pushes them to take action. Let's dive a bit deeper. Education, despite being crucial for our future, can sometimes feel like a marathon with no finish line in sight. You've probably experienced those moments when you sit down to study, determined to make progress, only to find yourself 10 minutes later, scrolling endlessly through TikTok or binge-watching the latest series on Netflix. It's like your mind has a mind of its own, right? And then comes the dreaded burnout. You push yourself day after day, staying up late, relying on caffeine to keep you going, but eventually it feels like your body and mind are hitting a wall. Suddenly, even the strongest cup of coffee doesn't give you the energy you need, and everything starts to feel overwhelming. On top of that, not everyone has access to the same opportunities. Whether it's not having the right textbooks, a quiet space to study, or the support system to guide you, the lack of resources can be incredibly discouraging. But here's the good news: you're not alone in this. It's okay to struggle, because together we can find ways to push through these obstacles, rediscover motivation, and reach our goals. So how do we actually overcome these challenges? It starts with goal setting. Imagine your big dreams like climbing a mountain. Overwhelming at first, right? But when you break it down into small, manageable steps, that mountain doesn't seem so impossible anymore. Maybe it's as simple as studying for one chapter, completing one assignment, or even reviewing notes for 10 minutes. And don't forget to celebrate those small wins. Each one gets you closer to your goal and boosts your motivation. Then comes self-discipline. Think of it like building a muscle. At first it might feel difficult to focus, but by starting small, just 15 minutes of uninterrupted studying, you'll slowly develop that focus and discipline. Over time, those 15 minutes will turn into 30, then an hour. It's all about consistency. Finally, adopt a growth mindset. This is a total game changer. Instead of seeing failure as something to avoid, understand that it's just a part of the learning process. Failures are stepping stones, teaching you valuable lessons and helping you grow. Embrace them, learn from them, and keep pushing forward. Let me tell you about Jake. He was always interested in art, but never had access to formal training or the tools needed to pursue his passion. In school, he felt lost, unsure of his path, and constantly distracted. But one day he stumbled upon free online drawing tutorials and realized that this was something he truly loved. Instead of feeling discouraged by what he didn't have, Jake set a goal to improve his skills. Over time, his discipline paid off. Now Jake is a successful freelance illustrator, working with brands and creating his own comic book series. His journey proves that with dedication and motivation, you can turn any passion into a career, no matter where you start. So what's the key takeaway? Education and motivation work hand in hand. Whether you're setting small goals, building self-discipline, or turning setbacks into lessons, these strategies can help you overcome any challenge and reach your dreams. Remember, it's not just about what you learn, but how motivated you are to put that knowledge into action. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever struggled with staying motivated while learning? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this video helped, check out our next one on effective study techniques. Thanks for watching and see you next time.